जनगणना 2027 के दौरान स्वतंत्र भारत में पहली जाति गणना का नेतृत्व कौन सा केंद्र शासित प्रदेश करने जा रहा है? तो नेक्स्ट सेंसस है सेंसस 2027। इन्यूमरेशन फेज लद्दाख में शुरू होगा जिसका डेट है 17 अगस्त 2026 और बाकी देश में शुरू होगा फरवरी 2027 में। लद्दाख इस देश के सबसे दो छोटे यूनियन टेरिटरी में से एक है। लद्दाख क्रिएटेड ऑन 31 अक्टूबर 2019। इसकी कैपिटल है लेह। दो डिस्ट्रिक्ट है लेह एंड कारगिल। इसके लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर है विनय कुमार सक्सेना। हेमिस नेशनल पार्क है लेह डिस्ट्रिक्ट में। आर्टिकल 246 सेंसस एक यूनियन सब्जेक्ट है और इसका आर्टिकल 246 एंड द यूनियन लिस्ट प्रोवाइड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल फ्रेमवर्क फॉर मैटर्स रिलेटेड टू सेंसस। एंड ये जो एक्ट है उसका सेंसस एक्ट 1948 है और रजिस्ट्रार जनरल एंड सेंसस कमिश्नर ऑफ इंडिया रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं सेंसस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए। नेक्स्ट, लोकसभा सीटों के आवंटन और निर्वाचन क्षेत्रों के परिसीमन को मुख्य रूप से संविधान के किन अनुच्छेदों द्वारा नियंत्रित किया जा रहा है? सो इसका जवाब है आर्टिकल 81 एंड आर्टिकल 82। सो आर्टिकल 81 डील करता है कंपोजिशन ऑफ हाउस ऑफ पीपल से और आर्टिकल 82 डील करता है री एडजस्टमेंट आफ्टर ईच सेंसस। The present allocation of Lok Sabha seat among states is based on 1971 census. Last delimitation commission was established on 12 July 2002, constituted after 2001, and its recommendation implemented in 2008. Lok Sabha 2009 Lok Sabha election conducted using newly redrawn constituencies, and the last major reallocation of Lok Sabha seats among states occurred in 1973 based on 1971 census। एंड डिलिमिटेशन कमीशन एक इंडिपेंडेंट बॉडी है। its orders generally have the force of law and cannot ordinarily be challenged through ordinary judicial proceedings। आर्टिकल 330 डील करता है रिजर्वेशन ऑफ सीट्स ऑफ एससी एंड एसटी लोकसभा में और 332 रिजर्वेशन ऑफ एससी एसटी इन स्टेट असेंबलीज में। सो अगर हिस्टोरिकल पॉइंट देखें तो 42nd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट 1976 froze the allocation of seat based on population until after the first census following 2000, and next 84th amendment 2001 extended freeze on readjustment of total seats until first census following 2026। नेक्स्ट, मिजोरम के मुख्यमंत्री किस विधेयक को संयुक्त संसदीय समिति के पास भेजने की मांग कर रहे हैं? तो ये है फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन रेगुलेशन अमेंडमेंट बिल 2026। मिजोरम के चीफ मिनिस्टर का नाम है लाल तोहुमा और ये मांग कर रहे हैं इस बिल को जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी के पास भेजा जाए। एफसीआरए का फुल फॉर्म है फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन रेगुलेशन एक्ट ऑफ 2010। ये काम करता है रेगुलेट्स द एक्सेप्टेंस एंड यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन बाय स्पेसिफाइड पर्सन एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। इसकी नोडल मिनिस्ट्री है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स। एफसीआरए सीक्स टू इंश्योर फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन डू नॉट एडवर्सली अफेक्ट नेशनल इंटरेस्ट। Organization receiving foreign contribution generally require FCRA registration or prior permission. Law has undergone significant amendment including in 2020. FCRA Amendment Bill 2026 became major political issue. Uh, or JPC can examine a bill or specific matter referred to it and submit its report to Parliament. And it is scheduled to conclude the monsoon session on 13th August. So parliamentary committees derived its functioning primarily from rules of procedure and parliamentary practice rather than one any specific constitutional article। 10 अगस्त 2026 की रिपोर्ट के अनुसार प्रवर्तन निदेशालय के निदेशक के रूप में किसका कार्यकाल 1 वर्ष से बढ़ाया गया है? तो इसका जवाब है राहुल नवीन। द सेंटर एक्सटेंडेड ईडी डायरेक्टर राहुल नवीन tenure by 1 year beyond 13 August. So Rahul Naveen belongs to 1993 batch of Indian Revenue Service, joined ED as Special Director in November 2019, additional charge of Director in September 2023, and full-time Director in August 2024. ED function under Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance, primarily investigate money laundering and foreign exchange laws. The Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002 PMLA is key law administered through ED investigation. FEMA 1999 is another important law enforced by ED. हेडक्वार्टर है न्यू दिल्ली में. अपॉइंटमेंट्स कमिटी ऑफ कैबिनेट was involved in reported extension, and ED is important for okay. Next, समाचार के अनुसार किस राज्य सरकार ने 14 जेपीएससी प्रारंभिक परीक्षा रद्द करने पर सहमति व्यक्त की? तो ये है झारखंड. तो झारखंड गवर्नमेंट agreed to cancel the 14 JPSC preliminary examination held in 2023 and 2025. और इसका अनाउंस इट इज ऑल्सो अनाउंस्ड एंड इन्फोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट प्रोब इनटू एलिग्ड फाइनेंशियल इरेगुलरिटीज. झारखंड में बारे में देखिए तो कैपिटल रांची है. स्टेट फॉर्म हुआ 15 नवंबर 2000 को. झारखंड बिहार में से निकला है, सदर्न बिहार में से, जिसके गवर्नर है झारखंड के गवर्नर संतोष कुमार गंगवार. चीफ मिनिस्टर हेमंत सोरेन. झारखंड में 24 डिस्ट्रिक्ट है. इसमें नेशनल पार्क है बेटला, पलामऊ, दलमा वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी है, पारसनाथ वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी है. जेपीएससी का फुल फॉर्म है झारखंड पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन. आर्टिकल 315 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बेसिस फॉर द यूनियन एंड स्टेट पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन. 320 डील करता है फंक्शंस ऑफ पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन. JSSC is Jharkhand Staff Selection Commission and is distinct from JPSC. Protest involved Jharkhand General Graduate Level Combined Competitive Examination. अरुणाचल प्रदेश में एक जनजातीय संगठन किस भर्ती नीति का विरोध कर रहा है? तो है 80-20 रेसिडेंट नॉन रेसिडेंट रेशो का. So Arunachal Pradesh Frontier Tribal Front demanded the state scrap the policy under which 20% various government jobs could be recruited from non-residents. So अगर अरुणाचल का कैपिटल है ईटानगर, चीफ मिनिस्टर है प्रेमा खंडू, गवर्नर है लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल कैवल्य त्रिविक्रम परनाइक. अरुणाचल प्रदेश को स्टेट कोड का दर्जा मिला 20 फरवरी 1987 को. एक इंडिया का नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न का स्टेट है. इंटरनेशनल बाउंड्रीज है इसकी भूटान, चाइना और म्यांमार के साथ में. इसमें नेम डाफा नेशनल पार्क है, माउलिंग नेशनल पार्क है, पैक्के वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी है और ईगल नेस्ट वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी है. इस पे 28 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स है. आ, आ, और नेक्स्ट, दिल्ली की लक्ष्मी योजना के तहत पात्र महिलाओं को प्रतिमाह कितनी बिना शर्त नकद सहायता दी जाती है? तो है 2500. The scheme launched by Delhi Chief Minister on 1st August 2026. Eligible women can an unconditional cash transfer of 2500 per month. तो स्कीम का नाम है लक्ष्मी योजना. is an example of unconditional cash transfer. Uh, 16 Finance Commission has highlighted constraint on state finances. Almost 44% of state expenditure is tied up in interest payments and pension and salaries. Uh, Article 15.3 permits the special provision for women and children. 38 directs the state to promote welfare and reduce inequalities. 39 it relates to adequate means of livelihood. Article 47 concerns the nutrition, standard of living and public health. इंटरनेशनल जुलाई 2026 में किसने कहा कि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कानून दबाव में है लेकिन यह कायम रहेगा? तो ये कहा एंटोनियो गुटेरस ने. सो यूएन सेक्रेटरी जनरल का नाम है एंटोनियो गुटेरस। सो यूनाइटेड नेशन एस्टेब्लिश इन 1945, हेडक्वार्टर न्यूयॉर्क सिटी यूएस में। इंटरनेशनल लॉ कमीशन एस्टेब्लिश्ड इन 1947, वर्क्स ऑन द कोडिफिकेशन एंड प्रोग्रेसिव डेवलपमेंट ऑफ इंटरनेशनल लॉ। Principal location is Geneva, Switzerland. International Court of Justice is principal judicial organ of UN. IJC इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस इज प्रिंसिपल जुडिशियल ऑर्गन ऑफ यूएन और उसका हेडक्वार्टर है द हेग, नीदरलैंड्स में। यूएन चार्टर इन फोर्स हुआ 24 अक्टूबर 1945 में। आर्टिकल 2(4) ऑफ यूएन चैप्टर प्रोहिबिट्स द थ्रेट और यूज ऑफ फोर्स अगेंस्ट टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी और पॉलिटिकल इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ स्टेट्स। आर्टिकल 51 इन रिकॉग्नाइजेस द इनहेरेंट राइट ऑफ इंडिविजुअल एंड कलेक्टिव सेल्फ डिफेंस। संघर्ष प्रवण एशियाई सिंहों के लिए 100 हेक्टेयर का सुरक्षित बाड़ा किस जिले में बनाया जा रहा है? तो वो है अमरेली में। सो द गुजरात फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट एस्टेब्लिशिंग 100 हेक्टेयर enclosure at अम्बार्डी सफारी पार्क इन अमरेली डिस्ट्रिक्ट। सो गुजरात की कैपिटल है गांधीनगर, जहाँ पर एक इकलौता स्टेट है जहाँ पर वाइल्ड एशियाटिक लायन पॉपुलेशन है। साइंटिफिक नेम है एशियाटिक लायन का पैंथेरा लियोपर्सिका। गिर नेशनल पार्क है, अ, जो एसोसिएटेड है जूनागढ़ और गिर सोमनाथ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में। गिर एक वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी भी है। अ, नारायण सरोवर वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी भी कच्छ में एग्जिस्ट करती है। एक मराइन नेशनल पार्क है जामनगर में इन द गल्फ ऑफ कच्छ। प्रोजेक्ट लायन लॉन्च किया था 2020 में। 2025 लायन पॉपुलेशन 891 थी और 100 हेक्टर इज टू रिड्यूस द ह्यूमन वाइल्ड लाइफ कन्फ्लिक्ट। वर्ल्ड लायन डे। सो वर्ल्ड लायन डे कब मनाया जाता है? तो वो है 10 अगस्त को। सो इस लॉन्च प्रोजेक्ट लायन लॉन्च किया है 2020 में। प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर लॉन्च किया है 1973 में। इंटरनेशनल टाइगर डे 29 जुलाई को। वर्ल्ड वाइल्ड लाइफ डे 3 मार्च को। वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे 5 जून को। इंडियाज वाइल्ड प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट 1972 provides the principal statutory framework for wildlife protection. The National Board for Wildlife is chaired by Prime Minister, and the Wildlife Crime Control Bureau deals with organized wildlife crime. कौन सी जैविक प्रक्रिया डीएनए के मूल अनुक्रमण को बदले बिना जीन को ऑन एंड ऑफ कर सकती है? तो इसका नाम है एपिकिनेमेटिक मॉडिफिकेशन। ये स्टडी रिपोर्ट हुई है नेचर जेनेटिक्स में। कोरियन मास्टर 2026 में अपना पहला बीडब्ल्यूएफ वर्ल्ड टूर खिताब किसने जीता? तो इनका नाम है अस्मिता चली चलीहा। इस टूर्नामेंट का नाम है कोरिया मास्टर्स, कैटेगरी बीडब्ल्यूएफ वर्ल्ड टूर सुपर 300। ये हुआ था एसान साउथ कोरिया में। और ये अस्मिता चलीहा बिकम द फर्स्ट इंडियन टू विन कोरियन मास्टर्स वुमेन सिंगल टाइटल। ये पर ईयर होने वाला टूर्नामेंट है 2023 4 25। ये 2007 से ये टूर्नामेंट हो रहा है। खेल लेख के अनुसार भारत गाला और एसएससी मैदान पर किस देश में टेस्ट खेलेगा? तो वो है श्रीलंका। सो गाले इंटरनेशनल स्टेडियम है श्रीलंका में और एसएससी ग्राउंड है सिंहली स्पोर्ट्स क्लब ग्राउंड कोलंबो। कंट्री श्रीलंका। कैपिटल है श्री जयवर्धनपुर कोट्टे। कमर्शियल कैपिटल है कोलंबो। इसकी करेंसी है श्रीलंकन रुपी। और पंच आर्टिकल प्रोफाइल रिकॉर्ड्स 50 टेस्ट। और देखा जाए तो रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली हैड रिटायर्ड फ्रॉम टेस्ट क्रिकेट इन 2025। केरल सरकार ने राज्य सरकार के कार्यक्रमों में वंदे मातरम के कितने अंतरों को गाने की बात कही? तो है फर्स्ट टू स्टांजास। सो केरला की कैपिटल है तिरुवनंतपुरम, गवर्नर का नाम है राजेंद्र विश्वनाथ आर्लेकर, चीफ मिनिस्टर है वीडी सथीसन। केरला फॉर्म हुआ 1 नवंबर 1956 को। इसमें नेशनल पार्क है पेरियार, साइलेंट वैली, एरविकुलम, वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी है वायनाड, पेरियार। वंदे मातरम कंपोज किया था बंकिम चंद्र चट्टोपाध्याय ने इन हिज नॉवेल आनंदमठ पब्लिश्ड इन 1882, और पब्लिकली इसको गाया गया था 1896 के इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस अधिवेशन जो कलकत्ता में हुआ था बाय रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर। और नेशनल सॉन्ग अलग है और नेशनल एंथम अलग है। सो हमारा जो आर्टिकल 51A है वो उसका पार्ट फर्स्ट द सुप्रीम कोर्ट जनरली treat respect to national symbols in the context of constitutional freedom and duties. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन 106th अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 2020 थ्रू 23 मुख्य रूप से किस विषय से संबंधित है? तो है वुमेन्स रिजर्वेशन इन लेजिस्लेचर्स। सो ये जो 106th अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 2023 है, ये 1/3 ऑफ द सीट्स फॉर वुमेन इन लोकसभा एंड स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबलीज के बारे में है। It covers Legislative Assembly of Delhi also. Reservation provisions are associated with Article 330A and 332A. So Article 334A deal with coming into effect and duration framework. Implementation is linked to delimitation following a census. Uh, is distinct from existing reservation provision for SC and ST. It's popularly named as Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. What is the maximum penalty can be intermediary phase for failing to comply with the proposed child safety obligation? तो है 10 करोड़। So proposed concern is children's safety on social media platforms. Intermediaries would have enhanced child safety obligations. Annual child safety and risk assessment are proposed. इंडिया का इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट 2000 इज इंडियाज प्रिंसिपल अर्ली comprehensive cyber law. Section 69A concern blocking of information in specified circumstances. Intermediary due diligence is associated with Section 79 of IT Act. Article 19(1)(a) protects of the Constitution protects freedom of speech and expression, and Article protects the life and personal liberty. Puttaswamy judgment 2017 recognized privacy as a fundamental right, and child protection creates balance between privacy, free speech, and platform. Which fundamental right is most directly relevant when restrictions on foreign-funded voluntary organization are discussed in the context of freedom of association? तो है आर्टिकल 1C जो गारंटी देता है राइट टू फॉर्म एसोसिएशन और यूनियंस और कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज। सो सब्जेक्ट टू रीजनेबल रिस्ट्रिक्शन अंडर आर्टिकल 19(4). State can impose restriction in the interest of sovereignty and integrity of India, public order and morality, subject to constitutional requirement. FCRA regulates the receipt and utilization of foreign contribution administered by Home Ministry. Uh, can include currency and securities and articles subject to statutory definition. So the intended this framework is FCRA framework is intended to prevent the foreign contribution from being used in ways contrary to national interest. The year 2020 FCRA amendment introduced significant changes, including restriction related to transfer of foreign contribution and administrative expenses. पाकिस्तान के साथ मक्का संयुक्त रक्षा समझौते पर किन देशों के साथ हस्ताक्षर की खबर की गई? तो इसका जवाब है सऊदी अरेबिया एंड तुर्की। पाकिस्तान का कैपिटल है इस्लामाबाद, करेंसी है पाकिस्तानी रुपी। अ, पाकिस्तान को इंडिपेंडेंस मिला है 14 अगस्त 1947 को। पाकिस्तान एक फेडरल पार्लियामेंट्री रिपब्लिक है। सऊदी अरेबिया का कैपिटल है रियाद, करेंसी है रियाल। तुर्की का कैपिटल अंकारा, करेंसी है लीरा। Mecca is city of Saudi Arabia, holiest city in Islam. Saudi Arabia's Red Sea location make it strategically important, and South Pakistan and Saudi defense cooperation is relevant to West Asian geopolitics. किस राज्यों में बिना शर्त नकद हस्तांतरण योजना पर खर्च शिक्षा पर बिल्कुल कर कुल खर्च के खर्च के आधे से अधिक था? तो वो स्टेट है झारखंड। The Jharkhand, Karnataka, and West Bengal expenditure on unconditional cash transfer scheme exceeded at half of the respective states' education spending. So UCT का मतलब है unconditional cash transfer scheme directly transfer money to beneficiaries. They can improve household spending on food, health, and education. Excessive fiscal burden may crowd out the expenditure on health and education. 16 Finance Commission is relevant to state fiscal capacity. Almost 44% of state expenditure was described as tied up in interest payments and pension salaries. Uh, Revenue expectation generally creates recurring expenditure obligation, and capital expenditure creates or improves assets and infrastructure. अगर इम्पोर्टेंट डेज देखें 10th अगस्त वर्ल्ड लॉ एंड डे, 8th अगस्त क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट लॉन्च्ड, 15 अगस्त इंडिपेंडेंस डे, 17 अगस्त पॉपुलेशन इनोमरेशन बिगिंस इन लद्दाख एंड 24th अगस्त यूएन डे, 29 जुलाई इंटरनेशनल टाइगर डे, 5 जून वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे। जेएनयू में रद्द की गई चर्चा को लेकर कौन सी पुस्तक विवाद के केंद्र में थी? तो वो है फ्रैक्चर कमिटीज, आदिवासी हिस्ट्रीज एंड द पॉलिटिक्स ऑफ पावर। ये बुक लिखी है जेएनयू के स्टूडेंट उमर खालिद ने। जेएनयू का नाम है जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी, लोकेटेड इन न्यू दिल्ली, established in 1969. एक सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी operates under Jawaharlal Nehru University Act 1966. President of India is visitor of JNU. University has schools and centers covering social sciences, international studies, languages, science, and other disciplines. Issue connects with academic freedom and freedom of speech. Article 19(1) protects freedom of speech and expression. Article 19 freedom are subject to reasonable restriction under Article 19(2). राहुल नवीन belongs to which service? So ये है IRS की सर्विस, इनकी रेवेन्यू सर्विस है। झारखंड में नौकरी अभ्यर्थियों के विरोध का मुख्य केंद्र कौन सी परीक्षा रही थी? तो वो है JSSC CGL एग्जामिनेशन। झारखंड का कैपिटल रांची है, क्रिएटेड ऑन 15 नवंबर 2000 एंड गवर्नर है संतोष कुमार गंगवार, चीफ मिनिस्टर हेमंत सोरेन का। आर्टिकल 315 deals with public service commission of unions and state, 320 deals with function of public service commission। ठीक है। नेशनल ट्रिब्यूनल रिफॉर्म्स बिल 2026 के तहत प्रस्तावित राष्ट्रीय अधिकरण आयोग की संरचना क्या होगी? तो वो है चेयरपर्सन प्लस 2 जुडिशियल प्लस 2 टेक्निकल मेंबर्स। सर, ट्रिब्यूनल रिफॉर्म बिल 2026 passed by Lok Sabha by voice vote. The proposed commission is intended to oversee appointments to various tribunals. Headquarter New Delhi, contain 2 judicial and 2 technical members besides chairperson. Chairperson may be retired Supreme Court judge or retired Chief Justice of a High Court. Bill proposes to repeal the Tribunals Reforms Act 2021, issue closely connected with separation of powers and judicial independence। आर्टिकल 323A डील करता है एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ट्रिब्यूनल से, और 323B डील करता है ट्रिब्यूनल्स फॉर अदर स्पेसिफाइड मैटर्स। Under the Taxation and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2026, the proposed merchant discount rate on specified UPI transaction is reported to be in which rate? वो है 0.25 to 0.5% on UPI transaction about 2000. So UPI stands for Unified Payment Interface, launched in 2016, developed by National Payments Corporation of India, which incorporated in 2008, which is the umbrella organization for retail payment system in India. The Payment and Settlement System Act 2007 provides safety statutory framework for payment system. RBI regulates payment system in India. UPI became important instrument towards less cash economy. ग्रीन एनर्जी कॉरिडोर का मुख्य उद्देश्य क्या है? तो वो है ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ रिन्यूएबल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फ्रॉम रिसोर्स रिच रीजन्स. So Green Energy Corridor is designed to integrate renewable energy with national electricity grid. Renewable sources include solar and wind power. So according to 2025 population estimation mentioned, what was the Asiatic lion population in India? वो है 891. So in 2021 891 थी और increased from 523 in 2015 to 891 in 2025. So, the Supreme Court appointed committee mentioned in the news is examining which major geographical feature. तो वो है अरवली हिल्स. The committee is examining the definition and delineation of Aravalli Hills and Range and directed to conduct independent review of centered report and submit report by August 31. Aravalli Range is one of the oldest folded mountain system in the world, from Delhi through Haryana and Rajasthan towards Gujarat. It acts as an important barrier for desertification. Minimum has been the major environmental concern in Aravalli Range. Supreme Court panel was asked to examine ecological socio-economical dimension. Which body has directed Karnataka to ensure the release of 3,500 cusecs of Kaveri water for 15 days? तो है C. Kaveri Water Management Authority. Tamil Nadu approached Supreme Court seeking implementation of July 30 decision of Kaveri Water Management Authority, which required release of 3,500 cusecs for 15 days from Karnataka, Kabini and Krishna Raja Sagar reservoirs. The Kaveri dispute primarily involves Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, with Kerala and Puducherry also associated with the basin and dispute. The Kaveri river origins at the Talaveri in Karnataka, flows through Karnataka, Tamil Nadu during Bay of Bengal. Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal is constituted in 1990. CWDT gave its final word in 2007. Supreme Court delivered a major judgment on the dispute in 2018. Kaveri Water Management Authority created following Supreme Court's direction. Article 262 of Constitution deals with adjudication of disputes relating to waters of interstate rivers, and the River Water Disputes Act 1956 provides statutory mechanism for such disputes. तमिलनाडु विधानसभा के किन गीत को निर्दिष्ट सार्वजनिक संस्थाओं और कार्यक्रमों में सबसे पहले गाने का प्रस्ताव किया है? वो है तमिल थाई वजातु. तो इसकी कैपिटल है चेन्नई. चीफ मिनिस्टर सी जोसेफ विजय. गवर्नर है राजेंद्र विश्वनाथ अर्लेकर. 27th गवर्नर है ये आदमी. और इस ये जो तमिल थाई वजह हो डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम मनोमनियम रिटन बाय मनोमिनियम सुंदरनार. So the government order making it the first song at the government function came into effect on 23rd November 1970, it was accorded recognition as state song in 2021. Issue connects with Article 29, which protects the interest of sections of citizens having distinct language and script of culture. Also connected with the Article 15AF, which deals with the preservation of India's rich cultural heritage. According to CAG report cited in the news, subsidies in Delhi increased by approximately what percentage during 2015 to 25? So ये increase है 172.48%. Uh, Delhi's constitutional status is National Capital Territory of Delhi. Capital New Delhi. Chief Minister Rekha Gupta. Lieutenant Governor Taranjit Singh Sandhu. CAG Control and Auditor General एक constitutional body है under Article 148. Article 149 to 151 deal with duties, powers, and form of accounts and audit reports respectively. CAG reports directly relating to state finance are submitted to governor, who causes them to laid before state legislature. And the report cited in the news said that Delhi capital expenditure during 2015 to 25 remained in the range of 7 to 15% of total expenditure. निम्नलिखित में से कौन सा राष्ट्रीय हथकरघा विकास कार्यक्रम का समाचार में उल्लेखित प्रमुख क्षेत्र नहीं है? Means which of the following is not one of the major focus area of National Handloom Development Program? तो वो है यूरेनियम एनरिचमेंट, मीन्स बाकी जो स्किल डेवलपमेंट, डिजाइन, इनोवेशन, टेक्नोलॉजी एडॉप्शन इंक्लूडेड है. हैंडलूम रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है. प्रोडक्ट कैन रिसीव जोग्राफिकल इंडिकेशन प्रोटेक्शन. Development Commissioner Handloom plays an important role in handloom sector. Program promotes technology adoption, promotes branding and market access. Agastya Malai Biosphere Reserve is located across which two Indian states? तो वो है तमिलनाडु and Kerala. The 3,500 kilometer biosphere reserve with Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Agastya Malay Biosphere Reserve lies in southern Western Ghats, spans Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Encouragement. The Forest Act 2026 is officially called the Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Act 2006. The FRA recognizes the certain individual and community forest rights. Article 48(8) directs the state to protect and improve environment and safeguard forest and wildlife. Article 51(AG) makes environment protection fundamental duty of citizens. Who was the named Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council? तो उनका नाम है मोहसेन रेजाई. So ईरान की कैपिटल है तेहरान, करेंसी है रियाल. ईरान is an Islamic Republic. Supreme leader authority in Iran political system. Supreme National Security Council is country's top security policy body. Islamic Revolution Guard Corps is a major military security, and State of Hormuz is strategically important for global energy transportation. Which United Nations organs is specifically mentioned in the article as the International Law Commission institutional context? तो इंटरनेशनल लॉ ऑफ कमीशन. इंटरनेशनल लॉ ऑफ कमीशन एक यूएन बॉडी है, established in 1947, headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस एक प्रिंसिपल जुडिशियल ऑर्गन है यूएन का, हेग उसका हेडक्वार्टर है. In which city and country did India win 17 medals on opening day of the Under 23 Commonwealth Fencing Championship? वो है लागोस, नाइजीरिया. होस्ट सिटी नागोस, कंट्री नाइजीरिया. इवेंट का नाम है अंडर 23 कॉमनवेल्थ फेंसिंग चैंपियनशिप. Singh has three principal weapons, Foley, EP and Sabre. Indian रिपोर्ट मेंशन गोल्ड medals for Nikhil Wagh, Joyce Astia, Prachi Lohan, and Jeffrin. And Nigerian currencies, Nigerian Naira. And नाइजीरिया का कैपिटल है अबूजा, नॉट लागोस। 'Who was sworn in as the 27th governor of Tamil Nadu? So नाम है राजेंद्र विश्वनाथ अर्लेकर। आर्टिकल 153 डील करता है देयर शैल बी गवर्नर फॉर ईच स्टेट। Article 50, 150 governor appointed by president. 156 governor normally holds office for 5 years subject to pleasure of president. Article 157 provides qualification of governor. 158 conditions of governor's office. Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar previously served as governor of Himachal Pradesh and Bihar, served as speaker of Goa Legislative Assembly, and during his tenure as Goa Speaker Assembly became India's first paperless state assembly. And then current Tamil Nadu के chief minister है जोसेफ विजय, सी जोसेफ विजय। The 2,574 crore Wazirabad water supply improvement project is being assisted by which international financial institution? तो उसका नाम है एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक। प्रोजेक्ट का नाम है वजीराबाद वाटर सप्लाई इंप्रूवमेंट प्रोजेक्ट। कॉस्ट है 2574। एक्सटर्नल इंस्टीट्यूशन है एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक। Project was conceptualized in 2013, includes replacement of wood and undersized pipelines। एडीपी का हेडक्वार्टर है एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक का मनीला फिलीपाइंस में, इस्टेब्लिश की थी 1966 में। इंडिया फाउंडिंग मेंबर है। फोकस ऑन इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल डेवलपमेंट इन एशिया पैसिफिक रीजन। The Kaveri Water Management Authority recently directed Karnataka to release how much Kaveri water daily to Tamil Nadu? तो है 12,000 cubics. So CWMA constituted in 2018. Functions include the storage, apportionment and regulation and control of Kaveri water, supervises the reservoir operation and regulates release at Karnataka, Tamil Nadu interest. CWRC Kaveri Water Regulation Committee assists the CWMA. CWMA composition includes chairman, two whole-time members, two part-time central representatives, and four state or union territory representatives. February 2018 Supreme Court judgment modified earlier Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal award. Bili Kudlu is important measurement point for Kaveri water flows between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Karnataka argued four Kaveri water basin reservoirs had received only about 47% of 30-year average inflow. So Article 262 deal करता है education of disputes relating to water of interstate rivers. The Interstate River Water Dispute Act 1956 provides statutory framework for education of such disputes. कर्नाटका की कैपिटल है बेंगलोर। चीफ मिनिस्टर है डी के शिव कुमार। कर्नाटक नेशनल पार्क है बांदीपुर, नागरहोले, बनेरघट्टा, कुद्रेमुख। वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरीज हैं रंगनाथितु, पुष्पगिरी, तल्ला कावेरी, धारोजी स्लोथ बियर सेंचुरी एंड स्रवंती वैली। The Tribunal Reform Bill 2026 provides for establishment of which institution? तो उनका नाम है नेशनल ट्रिब्यूनल कमीशन। द Supreme Court in S.P. Sampath Kumar dealt with the constitutional position of tribunals. The L. Chandra Kumar versus Union of India affirmed the power of High Courts and Supreme Court to exercise judicial review over tribunal decisions. Judicial review is considered part of the basic structure of Constitution. In Roger Matthew 2019, the Supreme Court highlighted concerns over tribunal administration and independence. The idea of independent National Tribunal Commission has therefore been discussed for several years. The bill concerns selection, administration, and institutional management of tribunals. Article 323A deals with administrative tribunals. 323B provides for tribunal for other specified matters. So, the Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill 2026 was proposed to refer to which parliamentary body for detailed examination. तो उस बॉडी का नाम है जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी. So ये जो FCRA was originally enacted in 1976, replaced by FCRA in 2010. Ministry of Home Affairs Nodal Ministry. Tamil Nadu unanimously resolution opposing the bill in its present platform. Protests were reported in Aizawl, Mizoram. Article 105 relates to parliamentary privileges. JPC is constituted when both the houses of parliament agree to examine the matter jointly. Issues import Deen Dayal Upadhyay GKY primary targets which group? So rural poor youth. So full name is Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana, Ministry of Rural Development, launched in 25th September 2014, component of National Rural Livelihood Mission, target group ages 15 to 35 years, focus on skill development linked to employment and placement, give special attention to disadvantaged group including SC, ST, women, minorities and person with disabilities. Follows three-tier structure: Ministry of Rural Development at national level, State Skill Mission or the SRLMs, project implementing agencies. The program emphasizes market-led placement linking training, scheme connected to with a broader skill India and rural poverty elevation framework. India's Semiconductor Mission 2.0 was announced primarily to strengthen which sector? Semiconductor ecosystem. ISM 2.0 was announced in Union Budget 2026-27. Allocation is 1000 crore for 2026-27. Key areas include semiconductor manufacturing, equipment, materials and design. Wants to develop full stack Indian semiconductor intellectual property. Mission 6 Greater Supply Chain Resilience. Mission was approved in 2021 and the original Semiconductor India program has proposed outlay of 76,000 crore. Semiconductor fabs under the modified program can receive significant fiscal support, including up to 50% of project cost under relevant components. The PM E-Drive scheme has been extended up to which date? 31st March 2028. Full name है PM Electric Drive Revolution in Innovative Vehicle Enhancement. Ministry of Heavy Industries, original scheme notification in 29 September 2024 was extended by 2 years from March 2026 to March 28. Supposed electric two-wheelers and three-wheelers. Scheme also covers e-buses, e-trucks, ambulances, charging infrastructure. आरबीआई एक्ट 1934 की किस धारा के तहत पॉलीमर बैंक नोटों का प्रस्ताव प्रस्तुत किया गया? Section 25. RBI central bank है established in 1st April 1935 under Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, nationalized in 1st January 1949. Section 22 deal with rights to issue banknotes, 24 deal with denomination of banknotes, 25 concerns the design, form and material of banknotes, and 26 with legal tender character of banknotes. The proposal does not mean the paper currency will immediately disappear. According to RBI Governor Sanjay Mehrotra, what is the major risk of AI deployment in banks? So erosion of human judgment and accountability. तो आरबीआई गवर्नर का नाम है संजय मल्होत्रा. आरबीआई is India's monetary authority and banking regulator. Headquarter है मुंबई. Under RBI Act 1934 established किया. Operational on 1st April 1935. Originally headquarter initially in Calcutta and later permanently shifted to Mumbai. Monetary Policy Committee determines policy repo rate, and RBI regulatory responsibilities include banking supervision and fiscal responsibility. So Deepak Dhar was recently awarded which prestigious honor? तो नाम है डायरेक्ट मेडल. So award associated with International Center for Theoretical Physics. ICTP is located in Trieste, Italy. Medal honors outstanding contribution to theoretical physics. This established in 1935, honoring physicist Paul Dirac. Dipankar Dhar was born in 1951 in Pratapgarh, Uttar Pradesh, studied in Allahabad University and IIT Kanpur, completed PhD in Caltech in 1978. Famous work include abelian sand pile model and statistical mechanics. Other honors received by Dhar include Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize 1991, TWAS Prize 2002, Boltzmann Medal 2022 and Padma Bhushan 2023. So Nobel Prize दिया जाता है स्टॉकहोम ऑस्लो डिपेंडिंग ऑन कैटेगरी. फील्ड्स मार्शल मैथमेटिक्स के लिए एवरी 4 years, एबेल प्राइज मैथमेटिक्स के लिए एनुअली, डायरेक्ट थ्योरेटिकल फिजिक्स के लिए और शांति स्वरूप भटनागर इंडियन साइंटिफिक रिसर्च के लिए. इंटरनेशनल युवा दिवस प्रतिवर्ष किस तारीख को मनाया जाता है? और 12th August को. सो it is endorsed by UN General Assembly through Resolution 54 by 120. Recommendation originated from World Conference of Ministers responsible for Youth, Lisbon 1998, 2026. Theme: different context, common aspirations. वर्ल्ड यूथ स्किल डे है 15 जुलाई 2026 को, जिसका थीम है स्किल फॉर शेयर्ड फ्यूचर. और ठीक, NASA's proposed moon-based program discussed with ISRO is associated with which region of the moon? South Pole. So India signed the Artemis Accord on 21 June 2023. India became 27th signatory. Arithmetic Accords established in 2020. India US cooperation through India US Civil Space Joint Working Group. NISAR is major NASA ISRO Joint Earth Observation Mission. NISAR stands for NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. Space Cooperation. अफगानिस्तान ने किस आगामी आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट के लिए स्वतः योग्यता हासिल की? आईसीसी मेंस क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड 2027 Men's Cricket World Cup will be 14th edition. Host South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Namibia, featuring 14 games at 57 matches. Namibia will host senior ICC tournament for the first time. 2026 confirmed venues include these many, and in 2023 winner was the Australia. Uh, And the next Men's World Cup after 2026 would be on 2031, jointly hosted by India and Bangladesh. The first time full CEO being selected by Ram Janmabhoomi Tirtha Kendra Trust will primarily oversee what? Ram Temple Affairs. The trust official name is Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirtha Kendra. constituted in 2020 following Supreme Court's Ayodhya judgment. Mecca Pact discussed in the newspaper involved which three countries? So country are Saudi Arabia, Turkey and Pakistan. Saudi Arabia capital Riyadh, currency Riyal, head King of Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, Crown Prince or Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman, and the important state connection is Strait of Hormuz, Turkey capital Ankara, currency lira, President Erdogan, member of NATO, located between Europe and Asia, control access between Black Sea and Mediterranean through Turkish Straits, Pakistan Islamabad capital, Pakistani rupiah currency, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, President Asif Ali Zardari, nuclear armed state, member of SCO. How many members bill will the Joint Parliamentary Committee examining the FCRA Amendment Bill 2026? So, the Foreign Contribution and Regulation Amendment Bill 2026 to a 31 member JPC comprising 21 from Lok Sabha and 10 from Rajya Sabha. So Article 105 deals with parliamentary privileges and Article 107 to 111 parliamentary legislative procedure. So at how many seats has the Tamil Nadu Assembly sought to freeze the strength of Lok Sabha? So Tamil Nadu resolution seeks to retain the existing 543 seats. Okay. Capital Chennai, Chief Minister C. Joseph, Governor Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar. Article 81 deals with composition of Lok Sabha, 82 readjustment constitution after each census. Article 170 deals with composition of state legislative assemblies. 106 Constitutional Amendment Act 2023 introduced for provisions of women Lok Sabha reservation, women's reservation, Article 338 reservation of women in the Lok Sabha, 32A reservation of seats for women in state legislative assembly. Uh, Important national parks are Madumalai, Nilgiris, Mukurti, Gundi, Madumalai Wildlife Sanctuary, Satyamangalam Wildlife Sanctuaries. Which constitutional body assured the Supreme Court that it would defer its meeting to finalize the next Odisha GDP? UPSC. UPSC is abbreviation of Union Public Service Commission, constitutional and Article 315, 316 deal with appointment and term of members, 317 remove and suspension, 318 condition of service and staff regulation, 319 prohibition on holding of office under a membership, 320 function of Public Service Commission, headquarter Dholapur House, New Delhi, conduct civil service examination, engineering service, CDS, CND and CAPF and other examination. Prakash Singh judgment 2006 is associated with police reforms. Which two states recruitment commission were at the center of the examination related to protest in Jharkhand? So JPSC and JSSC. So Article 320 is relevant to Public Service Commission functions. राष्ट्रीय अनुसूचित जाति आयोग को संवैधानिक दर्जा किस अनुच्छेद से प्राप्त है? Article 338 NCSC National Commission for Scheduled Caste. Article 338 is a constitutional body. Separate NSCSC came into existence following 89th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2003. A separate mission became operation from 19 February 2004. Composition chairman plus vice chairman plus three other members. Appointment made by President of India. Article 16(4) deals with reservation in public employment. 16(4)(a) reservation in promotion for SC/ST. Article 335 claims SC and ST in service and post. D-reservation means filing a post reserved for a particular category as an unreserved post under prescribed exceptional conditions. DDA मास्टर प्लान दिल्ली 2047 के मास्टर प्लान को किस प्राधिकरण ने मंजूरी दी? सो दिल्ली डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी ने. So extending the target from 2041 to 47. So Delhi Development Authority established in 1957 under Delhi Development Act of 1957, Autonomous Statutory Authority under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Objective is planned development of Delhi. Chairman Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. Current DDA Chairman Taranjit Singh Sadhu. Organ structure includes chairman, vice chairman, engineer member, finance member, planning and other members. Master 2000 Plan 2047 is linked with the long-term urban planning and Vikasit Bharat at 2047. What is the current chairman of SEBI mentioned in the new report on the closing auction session? The SEBI means Securities Exchange Board of India, constituted as non-statutory body in 1988, became statutory in 1992, statutory basis SEBI Act 1992, headquarter Mumbai, current chairman Tuhin Kanta Pandey is the option. Tuhin Kanta Pandey. Main object protect the investors and regulate development securities market. CA is the close on auction session is intended to improve the determination of the closing share price. SBI uses approximately how much MSME lending did SBI underwrite using artificial intelligence in financial year 2025-26? So it's 1 lakh crore. SBI is State Bank of India headquarter Mumbai, meant to exist as in 1955, created under SBI Act of 1955. Predecessor was the Imperial Bank of India. SBI is a public sector bank. MSME means micro, small and medium enterprises. Loan mentioned were up to 5 crore each. यूपीआई लेन देन के संदर्भ में एमडीआर का पूर्ण रूप क्या है? तो है मर्चेंट डिस्काउंट रेट. UPI means Unified Payment Interface operated by NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India, incorporated in 2008. PIN means real-time bank-to-bank digital payments. MDR is fee or charge associated with the processing merchant transaction. Finance Ministry is examining high value or high turnover merchant as one of the possible category of MDR. Another proposal is a tiered incentive structure. UPI is important component of India's digital public infrastructure. जुलाई 2026 में भारत की सीपीआई आधारित खुदरा मुद्रास्फीति कितनी रही? तो है 4.45%. CPI means Consumer Price Index, released by Ministry of MOSPI. Inflation target is 4%, tolerance band is 2 to 6%. Monetary policy framework based on flexible inflation targeting. RBI's Monetary Policy Committee determines policy repo rate. Report state that MPC kept the repo rate at 5.25% in August 2026 for fourth consecutive meeting. डीडीयू जीकेवाई के अंतर्गत लगभग कितनी प्लेसमेंट दर बताई गई है? तो वह 65% अगेंस्ट द टारगेट ऑफ 70%. फुल फॉर्म है दीनदयाल उपाध्याय ग्रामीण कौशल्य योजना. under Ministry of Rural Development, launched in 2014, focus on skill development of rural poor youth, placement linked to skill development program, part of rural livelihood and skill development architecture, training figure mentioned 18.38 lakh, placement figure 11.94 lakh, actual placement ratio around 65%, target 70%, standing committee on rural development and Panchayati Raj flag the placement gap. Under the revised ACC PLI timeline, Ola's electric PLI window has been secured through which year? 2031. ACC means Advanced Chemistry Cell. ACC technology is crucial for advanced battery storage, important for electric vehicles. PLI program promotes of domestic manufacturing, reduces dependence on important battery cells. It supports India's EV ecosystem, supports energy storage capacity. Ministry involved is Ministry of Heavy Industries. Ola's electric allocation is 20 gigawatt. The maximum cumulative PLI mentioned is 7,240 crore. A revised window extended through calendar year 2031. N. Chandrasekharan's term as Tata Sons chairman is scheduled to end in which month or year? It's February 2027. N. Chandrasekharan became Tata Sons chairman in 2017, previously CEO of TCS, joined TCS in 1987, served as TCS CEO before becoming Tata Sons chairman, first non-Parsi chairman of Tata Sons. Leadership was associated with One Tata strategy. Tata Sons historically exercised significant ownership or control over Tata Sons. Noel Tata became chairman of Tata Trust in October 2024. Mm, who was appointed CEO and Managing Director of Godrej Consumer Products after Sudhir Sitapati's resignation. So it's Asif Malbaris. What is the title of former President Ramnath Kovind's autobiography? तो इसका नाम है Triumph of Indian Republic, My Life, My Struggles. सो ऑथर है रामनाथ कोविंद जो 14th प्रेसिडेंट है इंडिया के टर्म थी 2017 से 2022. He served as governor of Bihar also, was member of Rajya Sabha, associated with legal practice before entering high constitutional office. Article 52 deals with there shall be President of India, 54 election of President, 56 term of office of President, 58 qualification for election as President. Who wrote the Unique River, a biography of Brahmaputra? तो है अरूप ज्योति सैकिया. तो ऑथर का नाम है और सब्जेक्ट है ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर एंड आसाम हिस्ट्री, कवर्स रिवर फ्रॉम हिस्टोरिक टाइम्स टू द प्रेजेंट, combines environment and history. Brahmaputra is called Yarlung Sangu in Tibet. नागेंद्र राय उर्फ अनंत महाराज को दिया गया बंगा विभूषण पुरस्कार किस राज्य ने वापस लिया? तो है वेस्ट बंगाल, क्योंकि उसके चलते कंट्रोवर्सी और रिमार्क्स कंसर्निंग नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस. कैपिटल है कोलकाता. चीफ मिनिस्टर ममता बनर्जी. अभी नहीं है, सॉरी. गवर्नर है आर एन रवि. नेशनल पार्क है सुंदरबन. गो गोरुमारा, सिंगालिया, नोएरा वैली, जलदापारा. सेंचुरीज है महानंदा, सेंचल, then Sajnikali, then Chapparamari. Sundarban is associated with Royal Bengal tiger. Wildlife operation under Directorate of Forest. Banga Bhushan is one of West Bengal's major state honors. हर घर तिरंगा अभियान मुख्यतः किस राष्ट्रीय दिवस से संबंधित है? तो इंडिपेंडेंस डे. जो है 15 अगस्त को 1947 अंडर इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंस एक्ट 1947। देन रिपब्लिक डे है 26 जनवरी। Constitutional came into force on 26 January 1950. Vande Mataram was composed by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Jana Gana Mana is India's national anthem. Flag Code of India 2002 regulates the display of national flag. निम्नलिखित में से कौन साउदर्न अफ्रीकन कस्टम्स यूनियन का सदस्य नहीं है? तो वो है केनिया। Members are South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Lesotho, and Eswatini. India and SSCU previously held 5 rounds of negotiation. South Africa arrangement is unusual. Pretoria Executive, Cape Town Legislative, and Bloemfontein एक judicial capital है. South Africa currency rand, Botswana capital Gaborone currency Pula, Namibia capital Windhoek, currency dollar Namibian, Lesotho capital Maseru currency Loti, Eswatini capital Mbabane, administrative Lobamba, royal और legislative और currency है लीलांगजेनी. Which country has paused three showing fellowship program for 2027-28? तो है यूनाइटेड किंगडम, जिसकी कैपिटल लंदन है, करेंसी पाउंड स्टर्लिंग है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर जो बने हैं एंडी बुरमान है, अकॉर्डिंग टू 20 जुलाई 2026। उसको कोई प्रेसिडेंट नहीं होता है। करंट मोनार्क किंग चार्ल्स थ्री। ये स्कॉलरशिप एस्टेब्लिश की है 1983 को। फेलोशिप लॉन्च्ड इन 2004। Administered UK Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office. Function partly on instrument of soft power diplomacy. Creates a 12-week program. The Rajasthan Cabinet proposed UCC Bill 6 to establish uniform provision primarily related to which of the following? Marriage, divorce and inheritance. Capital है जयपुर. चीफ मिनिस्टर है भजन लाल शर्मा. गवर्नर है हरिभाऊ किशन राव बागड़े. Article 44 deals with the directive principle concerning a uniform civil code. Is not a fundamental right, it's a directive principle. Rajasthan Trees Bill 6 special protection of 29 tree species. Khejri is state tree of Rajasthan. National Park Ranthambore, Kevladev, Mukundara. Important sanctuary Sariska, Talchapar, Kumbhalgarh, Mount Abu. Rajasthan has major tiger reserves including Ranthambore, Sariska, Mukundara, Ramgarh, Vishtari, and Dholpur. The ग्रेट निकोबार द्वीप परियोजना से जुड़ा शॉम्प समुदाय निम्नलिखित में से किस श्रेणी में आता है? Particularly vulnerable tribal group, primarily associated with Greater Nicobar Island. They are hunter gatherer community. Classified as particularly vulnerable tribal group, PVTG. Article 244 deals with administration of scheduled areas and tribal areas. Fifth schedule deals with scheduled areas and scheduled tribes in most maintained states. Sixth schedule applies to specified tribal areas of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. PVTGR is especially vulnerable subsets of tribal communities. टाटा स्टील वर्ल्ड 225 के कोलकाता के 2026 में होने वाले 11वें संस्करण का आयोजन किस शहर में होगा? तो वो होगा कोलकाता में। एक पर ईयर टूर्नामेंट है ये। What time did Sarah Curtis record in women's 50-meter backstroke world record? 26.63. His sport is swimming. Previous record was 26.86. Record holder name, previous record holder name Kylie McLaughlin. Set in Budapest. Sarah Curtis is from Italy. Record set during the European Swimming Championship in Paris. International governing body World Aquatics. सिंकफील्ड कप के दूसरे दौर में आर प्रज्ञानंद ने किस खिलाड़ी को हराया? वो है जावोकिर। टूर्नामेंट का नाम है सिंकफील्ड कप। लोकेशन सेंट लुइस, मिसौरी, यूएसए। मिसौरी। पार्ट ऑफ ग्रैंड चेस टूर। प्रज्ञानंद टीच 1.5 points after 2 rounds. Other important names are D. Kukesh Arjun, Irigesai, Vidit Gujarati, and R. Pragyananda. इंडियन में 2026 अभियान से पहले भारत ने अपना अंतिम पुरुष हॉकी विश्व कप खिताब किस वर्ष और शहर में जीता था? 1975 कोलालमपुर। Current edition है 2026 Belgium Netherlands. India men's team opened the wells in Amstelveen. Yes, supplementary faces England and Pakistan. Next edition, it is normally held every 4 years. India is 8-time Olympic champion in men's hockey. Won bronze in Tokyo 2020, 21 and Paris 2024. India won Asian Games gold in 23 and Asia Cup in 2025. The EU Act follows which broad regulatory approach to artificial intelligence? Risk-based approach. Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Amendment Bill 2026 primarily seeks to prevent states from imposing additional levels to what? Mineral rights. ये एक्ट है 1957 का। इशू इन्वॉल्व सेंटर स्टेट फिजिकल एंड रेगुलेटरी रिलेशंस। एंट्री 54 यूनियन लिस्ट की डील करती है रेगुलेशन ऑफ माइंस एंड मिनरल डेवलपमेंट एक्सटेंड डिक्लेयर्ड बाय पार्लियामेंट टू बी एक्सपीडिएंट इन पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट। और एंट्री 50 स्टेट लिस्ट की डील करती है कंसर्न्स द टैक्स ऑन मिनरल राइट्स सब्जेक्ट टू लिमिटेशन imposed by parliament relating to mineral development. Mineral producing states are Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan. What additional information is proposed to be collected in Census 2027? Caste and other related details. Census is union subject. 7th schedule union list. Entry 69 relates to union census. Census Act of 1948 provides statutory framework. Commissioner works under Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. Institution functions under Ministry of Home Affairs. First census conducted in 1872. First synchronous All India census was held in 1881, and the census are important for delimitation, welfare planning, resource allocation, and democratic alliance analysis. Demographic. Which constitutional authority stress the need to make public examination transparent, secure, and trustworthy? President of India. According to Article 52, deals with there should be provides office of president. 53 West Union executive power. 54 for the election of president. 55 manner of election. 56 president terms. Derives UPSC derives constitutional status from Article 315. बार काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया का प्रमुख वैधानिक ढांचा किस अधिनियम से प्राप्त होता है? वो होता है एडवोकेट्स एक्ट 1961। बीसीआई मीन्स बार काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया एक स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी है, नॉट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी। प्रिंसिपल लॉ एडवोकेट्स एक्ट 1961। हेडक्वार्टर न्यू दिल्ली। सेक्शन 7 डील्स विद बीसीआई फंक्शंस। सेक्शन 48B empowers BCI to issue directions in specified circumstances. What article was cited by Tamil Nadu government regarding the executive power to frame a policy providing assistance to victims' families? Article 162. Article 162 concerns the extent of executive power of a state. According to report, what proportion of Jammu and Kashmir reservation policy was reserved for various categories, leaving the percentage for open category? 60% and 40%. Jammu and Kashmir is union territory with legislature capital Srinagar in summer and Jammu in winter. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah, Lieutenant Governor is constitutional administrative head of union territory. Reservation policy engages question of Article 14, 15 and 16. Article 16.4 permits reservation in public employment for backward classes inadequately represented, and Jammu and Kashmir special constitutional position changed substantially after the 2019 constitutional changes. The Indus Water Treaty 1960 is important issue involving Jammu and Kashmir rivers, and IWT was signed between India and Pakistan and with World Bank. अरुणाचल प्रदेश के किस विकास संबंधी सामग्री में उल्लिखित कौन सी सुरंग रणनीतिक सड़क गलियारों से संबंधित है? सेला टनल एंड नीचापुह टनल। अरुणाचल प्रदेश की कैपिटल ईटानगर। चीफ मिनिस्टर प्रेमा खांडू। गवर्नर कैवल्य त्रिविक्रम परनाइक। स्टेटहुड मिला है, स्टेट फॉर्मेशन हुआ 20 फरवरी 1987 को। इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर है चाइना, भूटान, म्यांमार। नाम डापा नेशनल पार्क, माउलिंग पक्के टाइगर रिजर्व, सीसा ऑर्किड सेंचुरी। How many members will constitute the proposed Tata Sons Chairman Selection Committee? So, 5-member selection committee, and Chandrasekaran decided not to seek third term. Okay, so Tata Sons headquartered in Bombay House, Mumbai, is principal holding company of Tata Group. Tata Group traces its origin Jamshedji Tata's 1868 enterprise, and Chandrasekaran became Tata Sons chairman in 2017. Before becoming chairman, he was associated with TCS. What changed to Prime Minister internship scheme? Stipend raised to 9,000, reducing age to 18 years and revising duration to 6 or 9 months. Announced in budget 2024-25, aims to provide internship opportunities to 1 crore youth, target across 500 companies. Original design is 12-month internship. Original monthly assistance was 5,000. A 6,000 one-time grant was also part of original design. The pilot project began on 3rd October 2024. Scheme implemented through portal under Ministry of Corporate Affairs, bridge gap between academic learning and industry requirement. FCRA का पूर्ण रूप क्या है? तो फॉरेन करेंसी नॉन रेसिडेंट। FCNR, designed for non-resident Indian eligible person. Deposits are maintained in foreign currency. FRCB is different for NRE and NRO accounts. New Development Bank was established by which groupings? BRICS. So Development Bank President Dilma Rousseff. So was created by BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Established in 2015, headquarters Shanghai, China. Finances infrastructure and sustainable development product projects, sometimes called BRICS Bank. ENDB provides alternative source of development finances alongside institutions such as the World Bank and Asian Development Bank. India's wholesale price index based inflation rose to what level in July 2026? 9.8% in July. WPIMS Wholesale Price Index published by Office of Economic Advisor under Department of Promotion, Industry and Internal Trade include primary articles, fuel and power manufactured products. CPI is most directly associated with India's inflation target. Inflation target is 4% with plus or minus percentage point tolerance band. Is useful for analyzing producer or wholesale price pressures. What was the major development in regarding India's urea import highlighted? So 1.7 million tons of urea import at sharply lower prices. Urea is major source of nitrogenous fertilizer. Chemical formula CONH2 taken twice. Which Iranian leader was reported to be preparing to visit India for BRICS summit? नाम है मौसूद पेजेशकियन. Capital है ईरान की तेहरान. Currency रियाल. President Masoud Pezeshkian does not have Prime Minister. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Major producer of oil and natural gas. Strait of Hormuz is strategically important. Iran is member of BRICS. Iran includes Chabahar port. Chabahar is strategically important for India to connectivity to Afghan and Central Asia, bypassing Pakistan. According to US report, which Indian production belt was identified in relation to illegal Chinese transshipment? तो है पंजाब, Pune, Gujarat, Chennai belt. The White House report called the Great Transshipment Scam identified Pune, Gujarat, Chennai belt among areas allegedly enabling Chinese goods to evade US tariffs. Partition Horus Remembrance Day is observed on which date? 14 August. Announced in 2021, commemorates the suffering associated with partition of India, creation of India and Pakistan in 1947. India Independence Act 1947 provides the legal framework. Radcliffe boundary was associated with partition demarcation. Large-scale migration occurred across Punjab and Bengal, and it's distinct from Independence Day. India celebrated which numbered Independence Day on 15th August? 80th. Independence Day 14, and Prime Minister, the national flag is governed by a flag code of India 2002. 18th Independence Day in 2026 means 79 years completed since independence. President Medal for Distinguished Service. S.K. Shokin. S.K. Shokin, Commandant Directorate General of Home Guards, Delhi. P, mm, how many police personnel are reported to be receiving gallantry and service medal on Independence Day? So 1057. बंग विभूषण किस राज्य का सर्वोच्च नागरिक पुरस्कार है? तो वो है वेस्ट बंगाल। चुनवा in which city were the 2026 Commonwealth Games held? ग्लासगो। सो ग्लासगो। इसके पहले हुए थे 2022 बर्मिंघम इंग्लैंड, तो उसके पहले गोल्ड कोस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया, और 2014 ग्लासगो स्कॉटलैंड। इंडिया ने जीते 39 मेडल्स। ये होता है 4 साल में एक बार। 2026 FIH हॉकी विश्व कप की सह मेजबानी कौन से दो देश कर रहे हैं? Hosted by बेल्जियम एंड नेदरलैंड्स। 2023 में इसकी मेजबानी की थी भुवनेश्वर एंड के लिए इंडिया। इंडिया ने 18 में भी भुवनेश्वर इंडिया ने की थी, 2014 में हेग नेदरलैंड ने की थी। बेल्जियम की कैपिटल है ब्रुसेल्स, करेंसी है यूरो, हेड ऑफ स्टेट है किंग फिलिप, प्राइम मिनिस्टर है बार्ट डी। नीदरलैंड की कैपिटल है एम्स्टर्डम, सीट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट है द हेग, करेंसी यूरो, किंग का नाम द हेड ऑफ स्टेट है किंग विलियम अलेक्जेंडर, प्राइम मिनिस्टर रॉब चेटन। India's test match against Sri Lanka at Gale marked which milestone for Indian cricket? 600 test. Venue Gale International Stadium, Sri Lanka, India. It was India's 600th test. It was Gale's 50th test. It was Shubham Gill's 10th test as Indian captain. India and Sri Lanka both full ICC members. Test cricket is longest form of Indian cricket international format. ICC is International Cricket Council. Sri Lanka capital Sri Jayawardene Kotte, commercial center Colombo, currency rupee. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake, Prime Minister Harini Amara Surya, who was named as Jamia Rodriguez's replacement for the ACC Women's Asia Cup. Pratik Rawal. Jamira suffered a right hand hamstring injury. ACC means Asian Cricket Council, established in 1983. What category of international women's tennis tournament is Chennai Open scheduled to be held from November 2 to 8, 2026? WTA 250. Chennai National Parks, Mukurti, Gundi, Gulf of Mannar, Madhumilai. In which district did the hydro tunnel water surge kill 7 workers according to 15th August report? तो है चामोली। चामोली उत्तराखंड कैपिटल देहरादून, समर कैपिटल गैरसैंण, चीफ मिनिस्टर पुष्कर सिंह धामी, गवर्नर गुरमीत सिंह। चामोली इज पार्ट ऑफ गढ़वाल हिमालय, वैली ऑफ फ्लावर्स नेशनल पार्क चामोली, नंदा देवी नेशनल पार्क, केदारनाथ वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी, रुद्रप्रयाग adjoining Himalaya areas, Badrinath located in Chamoli district. Master, what does FAR stand for in the context of Delhi Master Plan 2047? Floor area ratio. DDA is Delhi Development Authority, functions under Delhi Development Act 1957, under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Uh, Plan estimates Delhi population to reach about 3.2 crore by 2047. Proposes changes relating to slum rehabilitation, transit-oriented development, and land pooling and mixed-use streets. Isha Guha represented which country in international cricket? England. Isagwa represented England. She was right-arm fast bowler. She took 148 international wickets. Which administration invited feasibility proposal for private sector-led green AI or data center vertical? Andaman Nicobar administration. Andaman Nicobar is Union Territory capital. Port Blair Island strategically located in Bay of Bengal. Article 239 deals with administration of Union territories. Barren Island is India's only confirmed active volcano. Saddle Peak National Park, Camp Bela Bay National Park, Kalanta National Park. The Indian Army signed a deal worth approximately how much for one-way attack drones according to Economic Times. So it's 1,577 crore. Which sector was the government considering for a single window clearance mechanism? Space sector. IN Space is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. It facilitates private sector participation in Indian private sector. ISRO is Indian Space Research Organization. Department of Space is nodal government department. India opens space sector to greater private partnership through reforms announced in 2020. INSPC is established to provide single window type interference for authorization and promotion. Space activities include launch vehicles, satellites, and application, and FDI reforms have also sought to increase private investment. Which concept is most directly associated with defense startup and MSME development discussed in Atmanirbhar Bharat? Atmanirbhar Bharat means self-reliant. The 600 Test of India was played at which stadium? Gale International Stadium. India and Sri Lanka are neighbors across the Palk Strait.